Being a friend to animals. Critter care. Should my child have a pet? Some answers for parents. Many parents struggle with this question, and it's especially tricky when you're looking into the eyes of a young child who's eager and pleading for a pet. Here are some thoughts to keep in mind. Observe your child interacting with other pets first. Praise the positive interactions, gently correct the not-so-positive ones. Model how to pick up an animal or bird or reptile. Hold it carefully and touch it gently. Make sure you and your child both know where on the body the pet accepts being touched. Think about starting small. Larger animals require more care and live longer than smaller pets do. So an animal like a cat or a dog is a big commitment. Good starter pets for some families include goldfish or rodents. Choose wisely. Getting a pet is a formative experience for children, and you'll want it to be as positive as possible. Think about your child's age, preferences, personality, and level of responsibility. What pet might truly be the best fit? Make sure the timing is right. While it's tempting to give a pet as a gift during the holiday season, that's usually not a great time to bring home the newest member of your family. Try to pick a time when things are calmer and less rushed. Consider adoption. So many wonderful animals are waiting in shelters for a family to come in and adopt them. And this includes not only cats and dogs, but also birds, guinea pigs, bunnies, hamsters. The list goes on. Have a good backup plan. Some families realize too late that their child has an allergy, or the pet they've chosen is sick, or they can't afford the extra expense of pet ownership. It's important to know ahead of time what you'll do if for some reason you can't keep the pet, and how you'll explain this to your child. Keep a watchful eye. Don't assume that your child and the pet will always treat each other well. Young children need help learning how to show respect for animals and how to recognize when an animal may be saying, "Hands off, please." If your child teases the pet, talk about how animals get scared or confused when they're mistreated. You might say, "Pets are our friends. Friends don't tease." For more about animal talk, see page 33. A word about unusual pets. Hedgehogs, chinchillas, reptiles, amphibians, and tarantulas are fascinating, but creatures like these need special care, special diets, and special consideration before buying. There may be unforeseen housing and health concerns, as well as laws or regulations about owning exotic pets where you live. Never take in animals from the wild. Instead, purchase domesticated pets, born and bred in good facilities. It's important to know what you're getting into so you don't have any pet regrets. Kindness to animals. All children, the youngest ones included, need to learn that animals are living, feeling beings. Even toddlers can understand that pets feel the difference between gentle and rough touches. Here are some ideas for modeling ways to handle a pet kindly. For very young children, you can demonstrate on a stuffed animal, showing how to pet it slowly, quietly, and gently. In a group setting, you may want to ask an adult, for example, a parent or a therapist who works with a service animal to bring a live pet to help give children a lesson in treating animals gently. For children between the ages of 2 and 3, you may want to take the lesson further by asking them to imagine what the pet feels. At this age, most children can begin to empathize in simple ways. They can relate to, ouch, hitting hurts, or touch gently, please. They can imagine how a pet might feel if he or she is squeezed too tightly or dropped on the floor. Encourage young children to ask themselves, would I like it? For children ages 4 to 6, you can suggest that they put themselves in the pet's paws. How would it feel to be a pet that is pushed, pulled, poked, hit, kicked, or stepped on? Talk about kindness, fairness, and respect for living things. Around this age, many children are learning about the importance of treating others the way they want to be treated, and they can learn to apply this concept to animals as well as people. Because their understanding of fairness is growing, they can begin to talk about how pets deserve to be treated, with kindness, caring, and love. Depending on the children's ages and maturity, they may or may not be ready to talk about why it's wrong to hurt animals. Use your own judgment about this. You could keep it as simple as it's not okay to hurt a pet. Or go further by saying animals have feelings too. Of course, that statement is open to interpretation, and you'll need to consider your own point of view. While most people agree that animals can feel pain or show fear as humans do, not all accept the idea that animals have feelings like happiness, sadness, or anger. On the other hand, some people believe very strongly that animals have feelings and deserve to be treated in a manner that honors that principle. Your own beliefs about this can guide how you teach the children in your care. A word about animal cruelty. Sadly, animal cruelty happens, but one of the most effective tools for preventing it is in your hands as a parent or an educator. Children who are taught about kindness and responsibility toward animals and all living things are learning one of life's most important lessons. They are more likely to treat animals humanely, to stick up for an animal that is being hurt, or to report potential incidents of animal neglect or harm. With young children, you'll want to be careful about how you address this topic, as a little information can go a long way. Many children become very upset if they hear detailed stories about an animal that has been hurt. Instead, you may wish to limit the discussion to why it's important for animals to receive the proper care and to be treated with kindness. Let older children know that at times some people are mean to animals and that it's not okay. Also explain that sometimes people haven't yet learned the right way to treat an animal and may hurt the animal accidentally. Help children understand that they can tell a trusted adult, such as a parent, a teacher, a child care provider, a babysitter, or another caregiver, if they see an animal that looks hurt or sick. Make sure children realize that it's not a good idea to try to help the animal themselves. The best and safest choice is always to go to a grown-up for help.